Hi, I'm George, and we're here inside of the new update from Minecraft. This is 20W06A, and this is the first look at the Nether update. Now, if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to click on share as well, and also subscribe if you haven't already done so. When you subscribe, make sure that you hit that bell icon as well to get notifications of new videos, and you'll find a lot more Minecraft videos on my channel. Okay, let's get to it. Here we are at the Minecraft launcher, and let me show you how you can find this new update. Now, this is one of the beta version snapshots, and they're under installations. If you want to see this, it'll say latest snapshot right here. Make sure that this is checked where it says snapshots. So if you don't have that, go ahead and check that, and you should then see latest snapshot right here, and it should say 20W06A. At this point, you can go ahead and play this, but I recommend first making a new folder location for this so you're not playing it in the same location as your regular game, because this is a beta version. It could corrupt your regular game, so you don't want to do that. You want to do a brand new game for playing around with this. First thing you need to do is go over here, just open up any drive window like this, and then type in %appdata%, just like that. That takes you into the roaming folder right here, and this top in here, .minecraft, that's the regular Minecraft folder. What you want to do is make a new folder. Just click on the new folder button, make a new folder. I made one right down here, and I called it .minecraft-1.16. So I made my new game inside of this new folder here. So do that first. Make sure you have a new folder to go into at that location, and then you're all set over here. When you see the latest snapshot, now click anywhere in this bar here, and down here, come down where it says Game Directory right there, and browse. What you want to do is you want to browse to the location that you just set up, the new folder that you just set up. You'll see app data right there. Just scroll down a little bit, go into roaming, that should already be open, and then scroll down until you see your new folder, and that's the one I'm using right there, the Minecraft-1.16. And then just choose OK. Mine's already set, so that's fine. Okay, that's all taken care of. Click on cancel. You can now go ahead and play right from here, or if you go back to the main screen, just double check right down here so that says latest snapshot. If not, click on that little drop down and then choose latest snapshot from the list, and then choose play, and that will then load in this new game. Now, if this is the first time you're doing this, you'll also need to build a new world for this as well. But that's just the same as building a new world at any point. I'll go ahead and pause the video for a second, and when this finishes loading up, we'll go ahead and we'll do that next step. There we go. I'll just maximize this screen. Click on single player, and right here you can make a new world. Just click on new world. I already have one set up, and that's right up here, so I'll go ahead and I'll launch that game. This will then load in that new game that I have set up. And this will take us right into, in this case, into the Nether. Now when you first launch a new game, it'll be taking you up onto the surface, up into the overworld, so you'll have to make a Nether portal and then come into the Nether. Once you're here, you'll look around, and most of this is going to look familiar. Most of the Nether remains the same. Now this has been changed. The name has been changed on this, and this is now called, instead of being called just the Nether, it's now being called Nether Wastes. So that's what you're used to in the past. Just go over here and take a look down there. That's all Nether Wastes down there. Now I'm playing in creative mode and passive, so I'm not attacked by any of this stuff for this video. But there you go, that's the basic look. Now I had to look around quite a ways until I found one of these new areas. Let me show you that right over here. You can kind of see it in the background right back there. That's one of those new biomes. Now there are 4 biomes at this point. There is the Nether Wastes, that's the old-fashioned Nether right in there. There is the Crimson Forest, that's right back in there. We'll take a look at that in just a little bit. There is a Warped Forest, which looks like Crimson Forest, is just blue and not red. And there's also a Soul Sand Valley, which is pretty barren, but has a lot of soul sand in it. Now the fun thing about this is we have lots of new blocks in here. You see them somewhere over in here. We have new mushroom things, kind of like trees, and they have a new block. Here's the Crimson Forest side, and over here is the Warped side, which is the blue side, so Crimson and Warped. Now these blocks have kind of an interesting pattern effect on them, animation effect on them, but they act just like regular wood. You can strip those, you can make them into planks, you can make them into stairs, you can make them into slabs, you can make trap doors, You can make pressure plates and buttons. All that stuff still works, just like with any regular wood. Same thing, of course, on the warp, which is the blue side over here. You also can make fences right there. There's our fence. And you can make gates. There you go. And you can make doors. So all that stuff still works. Obviously, this gives you lots of potential for some really neat new colors up in the overworld. Just grab this stuff in here, take it up into the overworld, and then have fun building with these brand new colors and textures. Now, along with that, notice we have some new dirt in here. That's this thing right there. This is for the crimson. And then over here, we have a new dirt for the warped forests as well right there. So I have our new dirt looks that match the color of everything else. Now, it's not just these new blocks in here that are kind of fun. Also, we have new lighting sources. First off, there's this thing right here. This is a shroomlight, and this actually grows kind of the same way that bee nests grow on trees. This grows on these new big mushroom things, and it's called a shroomlight. Now, behind here are a couple of other things glowing. Notice we have this kind of blue light in here. There we go, blue light and a blue lantern. So for a regular lantern over there or a regular torch like that, if you light that, use coal for the top, it's going to give you the standard flame effect. In this case, I have some soul soil, one of our new items, and you'll find this in the Soul Sand Valley. If you light the top of this, it burns blue. There you go. And you can use this in the same way that we use coal to make torches, and then use the torches to make lanterns, and you can get blue torches and blue lanterns. But you have to find that Soul Sand Valley to find the soul soil to get that. Right here is another block. This is just a basalt block. This grows in tall pillars, and you'll find these pillars in that same valley there with the soul sand and the soul soil. So you'll find that stuff in that area. Now over here, there's our standard nether warped block. You can also make a warped block as well. So it's kind of a variation of that one. And then the rarest things in Minecraft right now are these two things. This over here, this is netherite, and this can make very strong tools, very strong armor, very strong weapons, a lot stronger than diamond. So you really want to get this if at all possible. The problem is, to make this stuff over here, you need to find this thing. Now this is ancient debris. And you'll only find this inside of mountains or inside of areas. It's not going to be exposed out on the surface at all. You have to mine for this, and you have to find this, and it's very, very rare. It's worth it, but it means that you're going to need to be doing a lot of mining now in the nether in order to get this thing right there. So it adds a whole new mining aspect to working in the nether. Let me show you what you can get out of that. I'll go back over here into my chest. I just put some stuff in here, bring this open. Here we go. There is all of our standard wood stuff in here, the crimson stems and the warped stems and so forth. There's our doors, pressure plates. There's the new surface, make buttons as well. And there's the gates and the fences. On the right-hand side, we have some new plants. We have weeping vines and warped roots and crimson roots. We have some new mushrooms here, warped fungi and crimson fungi. We'll see both of those in just a bit. There's nether sprouts. And then over here on the left-hand side, here's where we have this stuff. We have netherite helmet and chest plate and legs and boots. And all this stuff is really, really super strong. Notice also that this also gives you knockback resistance. So it's the best armor you can get. Over here we have swords and axe, all of your tools right down here. I'll be showing you how to make this stuff in a later video. We'll do some crafting and show you how to actually make this stuff in a later video. Down here, you have the ancient debris, and you can take this in a furnace and convert that to netherite scrap. You can then convert that along with some gold into a netherite ingot, and that's what you can get to craft these things. Again, very hard to get this stuff right in here, this netherite stuff, but well worth it if you happen to come across it. Okay, let's go ahead now and take a look at that forest back there. Since I'm in creative mode and peaceful, I think we can ignore those pigmen and stuff. They should be just fine. Go walk way back here. So here we go. This is a crimson forest. Here's some of our new fungi right there. That is the warped fungi, and that's the crimson fungi right there. That guy's following us. Huh. Up here, these are these new trees. They're basically huge mushrooms. And notice the pattern on there kind of has an interesting animation going on in there. Way up there you see some standard glowstone right there just up on the ceiling. And then over there we have some of those new Shroomlights. Let's see if we can walk around over to that, get a better look at that. If I can find a way around here. There we go. There they are. Okay, just walk up here and there's those new Shroomlights as well. And here's one of those weeping vines that's coming down from the bottom. Kind of like regular vines, but you can see there that they grow downwards from the bottom of these different blocks as opposed to growing up as in normal vines. Kind of got close on that little hole there to watch out. Also in here we have some new creatures. And I see one right down over here. And that's the Hoglin right there. There it is. Just kind of wandering around. He's in the middle of that block. There we go. So we have these as well. Now things may look a little strange like that kind of odd thing happening. That's because this is the first beta release of this new look in here. So they're still fixing things. I'm sure they'll fix that in just a little bit. Now the warped forest looks exactly like this forest, except that it's in blue and not in red. But it's basically the same thing. It works the same. Okay, let's go back over to my working area. If I can find my way back there. Get this out of the way. I just want to go. There we are. Okay, one more little thing I wanted to show you before I finish off this quick look at all this stuff. I'll be doing more videos going into more detail on how you do and work with all of these things. Just a couple things I wanted to show you in here. One is a little glitch we still have right there. Notice how the torch and the lantern are floating above that wall. It should do this. It should automatically get a little pillar here when you place that. So that's a glitch. That'll be fixed in one of the future updates. So that's just fine. One more thing about walls, since I'm talking about it, let me find a regular wall up here someplace. That'll work. We'll just go right over here. It used to be when you would stack walls together, you get a space in between the two walls. Just a little thin space in there between the walls and if you stack them. But now that wall has gone away. We're no longer getting any stacking in there. Let me just do that. Get that out of the way and do that there. So there it is. The walls are now solid. There's no longer a gap between the walls if you're stacking the walls on top of each other. It makes for a much nicer wall and gives you, again, a little more potential for using this as a nice structural feature for building buildings and so forth. Make nice tall walls that actually look like they're proper walls. So there you go. That's a quick look then around this new stuff in here in the Nether. Again, we have the 4 biomes now. The original Nether, that's all that standard stuff. We have the blue look, which is in the warped forests, and we have the red look, which is in the crimson forests, just like we have back over there. And the last one, the last biome again, is the new Soul Sand Valley, and you'll find the soul soil in there and also the basalt up in columns. Okay, there we go. That's a quick look around then at what's new here, new features in this first look at the new Nether update, and this is going to be version 1.16. There's bound to be a lot of additional updates as we move forward as they kind of fix things in here and add things in. But right now, that's what it's looking like. I'll do a new video in a couple of days and I'll show you how to use that new Netherite stuff and make it into armor, make it into swords, make it into tools and weapons, and we'll see just how that works out. Okay? If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to click on share as well and also subscribe. And take a look at my channel for a bunch of other Minecraft videos. And I'll see you next time.